Right now, dogs rescued from a research and breeding facility hundreds of miles away, now available for adoption right here in southern Wisconsin. Plus, the latest development in what has become a contentious race for Dane County Sheriff. And later, the final drive, all of your highlights and scores from another week of high school football. That's all straight ahead. Welcome to News 3 Now at 10. Thank you for joining us tonight. Before we get to your news of the day, we are keeping an eye on the weekend forecast as a lot of rain is moving in, and that's not very welcome news with a very busy weekend ahead. The farmers market, the Badgers football game tomorrow afternoon, and the return of Ironman happening over the course of 2 days. Let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecast now with meteorologist Chris Reese.
Hey, at least one thing went on smoothly. That's the final drive, right? We had great weather for high school football tonight, and the game's still going on right now. We still have some decent weather for it. It is comfortable outside. Clear skies right now. We're at 72. So we certainly saw those temperatures drop. Winds out of the south at 6. Dew points, though, are into the low 60s at this point. So it's starting to get a little stickier now, per se, than it was earlier into the afternoon. 64 by the time we get towards 4 o'clock in the morning. But notice what's on the increase, friends. It's the cloud cover. You're going to see a little bit more of those overnight. We drop down to 60. We'll start to warm things up into the low 70s early tomorrow with a little bit of sunshine. But then the rain really comes into the picture. In fact, you're seeing some of the lightning and thunder associated with this across parts of north central Wisconsin right now. All that rain to our north and west, that was just to the north and west of that yesterday, is very slowly moving its way into the state. We're gearing up for a soggy weekend. We are going to time out how things look for the farmers market, how things look for Badger football, and when you'll see the rain, but also how much. That's all coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Chris. And as always, to stay up to date on your local weather, download our free Channel 3000 First Warn weather app. Last month, more than 4,000 Beagles were rescued from a breeding and testing facility in Virginia. Since then, those dogs have been shipped across the country in hopes of finding their forever homes. Well, some of those dogs were transported here to Wisconsin, and tonight we meet one, Molly, who's enjoying her freedom and waiting for a home at the Humane Society of Jefferson County. Rahman has the story.
Today, Molly is happy fetching her toys and getting cuddles at the Humane Society of Jefferson County.
So when I took her home, just as a quick kind of one evening foster, she was more comfortable on our concrete driveway than she was in our grass yard.
Molly and her 2 brothers and sisters were among thousands of Beagles rescued from the troubled and Vigo breeding facility in Virginia.
They had kind of dogs stacked sometimes 6 to 8 deep in a cage, I believe. There were cases where they were starving mothers in order to help them wean some of the puppies off of them as they were born.
According to the USDA, the dogs were living in their own filth, denied treatment, and many were killed or wounded from fighting in close quarters.
So our veterinarian was actually on the rapid response team that went out to Virginia to do the assessment on, it was about 4,000 or 5,000 dogs.
The Beagles went to humane societies across the country in search of better homes, and they also, like Molly here, got their name.
All of the dogs that came in had these large kind of tattoos on their ear, and it's just a little bit heartbreaking to think about that, you know, this could have been her name.
But naming can be the easy part.
I think when Molly and her friends first got here, they were pretty scared. For like a larger dog, or for a dog that has had maybe a more traumatic past, we'd look for somebody who has more experience in handling that type of animal.
Molly's sisters were adopted within a week after they arrived, and she's got plenty of people anxious to bring her wagging tail home.
Having these Beagles come in on our 100th anniversary is just really fitting for us to be able to say, this is everything about what we do.
In Jefferson, Wisconsin, Rahman, News 3 Now.
The Humane Society of the United States removed the last group of Beagles from the facility last week. The man accused in the Waukesha Christmas parade attack is withdrawing his plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. In court today, he gave little reason when asked by the judge why he was changing his plea. And some positive news tonight. Madison police say they haven't received any more reports of dangerous cords being strung across a bike trail on the city's southwest side after stepping up patrols in the area. Several cords began appearing across a bridge on the Badger State Trail late last month. While the cords are no longer being found, police are still investigating. And anyone who uses Old Sauk Road in Madison, prepare for a speed reduction come Monday. Old Sauk between Westfield Road and the Beltline will drop from 35 to 30. It's part of the city's Vision Zero initiative. The Dane County detective challenging Sheriff Calvin Barrett this upcoming election has been placed on administrative leave. The department confirmed Detective Anthony Hamilton was put on leave yesterday. Hamilton tells us he was escorted out of the building, claiming he was told it was for sharing confidential information. Hamilton's leave comes just days after he filed a civil lawsuit against Sheriff Barrett, claiming he was forced to take part in what he believed to be an illegal search in 2021 and alleging retaliation after he raised concerns. A more in-depth look at this story can be found on channel3000.com. Developing tonight, the Justice Department and Donald Trump's legal team both proposing candidates to serve as a so-called special master to oversee the investigation into the top secret documents found at Mar-A-Lago this summer. The Justice Department proposed 2 retired judges for the role. Trump's team proposed a retired judge and a lawyer. A big-name Republican is coming to Wisconsin. The gubernatorial candidate, Tim Michels, will be campaigning with him. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will be in Green Bay on September 18th for part of his Unite and Win rally. The event is being held at the Radisson Hotel and Conference Center. Yesterday, Governor Tony Evers finished his back-to-school tour with a visit to his former stomping grounds. He was at Toma Middle School with State Superintendent Dr. Jill Underly. They also made a stop at Miller Elementary. If Governor Evers wins re-election in November, he says he will announce a $2 billion plan for K-12 public schools. Britain is marking the end of an era with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. Today, her son, the new king, spoke to a grieving nation. King Charles III promised to follow his mother's example of lifelong service.
I, too, now solemnly pledge myself, throughout the remaining time God grants me, to uphold the constitutional principles at the heart of our nation.
Charles arrived to Buckingham Palace this morning with his wife Camilla, the Queen Consort. After a public viewing in Scotland, the Queen will be flown to London on Tuesday to lie in state. Part of Queen Elizabeth's legacy has a city in Wisconsin sewn into it. Fort Atkinson was once the home of the Better Socks knitting mill. It made silk socks and hosiery, which was sometimes hard to get during the World War II era. In that time, when Princess Elizabeth announced that she was going to get married, a local woman wrote her a note asking if there was anything that she could use to help. Elizabeth wrote back saying she could use stockings.
But she was such a normal person that what she asked for on her wedding day was socks. It's very near and dear to both Fort Atkinson and obviously Queen Elizabeth.
There is a slight catch. We know that Better Sock stockings were sent to Princess Elizabeth prior to her wedding and that she did have them in her possession, but we don't know if she wore them on her wedding day. If you are planning to attend tomorrow afternoon's Badger game, you'll be in for a treat ahead of time. F-16 jets with the 115th Fighter Wing will be performing a low-level flyover. And remember, take a look at this seating chart. The university is planning a stripe out. Each section of the stadium has been assigned either red or white to help. Still ahead tonight, a closer look at your forecast and if the upcoming rain will impact your weekend plans. Plus, Friday Night Lights, week 4 of the high school football season. All of the scores and highlights straight ahead.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, including all new power lift chairs and always free delivery. The Portage Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
In 1983, Senator Johnson's daughter was born with a serious heart defect. Dedicated doctors and nurses saved her life. Family became the most important thing in his life, and it still is. He has always enjoyed the simple things in life: the outdoors, fishing, hiking, camping, cross-country skiing, Packer and Badger games, rec league softball, and playing guitar. And did I mention fishing? As a U.S. Senator, he fought to secure tax cuts for 95% of American Main Street businesses so they could stay competitive with the big guys and survive the pandemic. His right to try law has given terminal patients freedom and hope and saved many lives. And his Joseph Project has transformed lives by helping people get good paying jobs and be proud of earning their own success. Senator Johnson went to Washington for all the right reasons. I should know because I am that daughter, and I've been watching my dad help others for 39 years.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
An iCare benefit card helps our members access even more. This includes a monthly allowance for OTC items and healthy food purchases. Plus, earn more with healthy rewards. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
They say a good steak shouldn't be covered in sauce. That's why this prime rib is covered in fire-roasted peppers and provolone. But if you want sauce, it's in the bag. Arby's, we have the meat.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our community safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home with Certa-Queen mattresses from $2.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
Help us pack the truck to kick off Coats for Kids. September 12th, look for the big truck at Clinky Cleaners on Monona Drive. News 3 Now and the CAC will be there all day collecting kids-sized winter coats. Help kids stay warm this winter. Let's pack the truck for Coats for Kids.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. The outer bands from a very rare tropical storm have arrived in Southern California. This is what it looked like in San Diego today, wet and windy. Tropical Storm Kay could drop a year's worth of rain across the drought-stricken state, threatening dangerous flash flooding. Kay is expected to turn away from the U.S. West Coast and push out into the Pacific sometime tomorrow night. And here's meteorologist Chris Reese with a look at what's to be a soggy forecast.
Isn't that wild, by the way, a tropical system in California? The last time that happened, the 70s. I wasn't alive yet. Charlotte, I don't know about you. I honestly don't know. But that being said, here's what we are looking at. We have our own chance to see some heavier rain as we start to move towards the weekend. This is your excessive rainfall outlook for Saturday. There's a marginal risk there. We push that forward. Hey, Final Drive, how you doing? We push that forward into Sunday, and that is where we have a slight risk of some excessive rainfall as well. Yes, you just saw a dog, by the way. I don't know if anybody caught that on the end of your screen. Saturday, temperatures top out right around 72 degrees. We'll see the increasing cloud cover. Sunday is chilly, some heavy rain right around 60. That's where I expect those temperatures to top out. So clear skies right now, a quiet night. Soak that up and enjoy it. This is high resolution radar, still quiet for us. A lot of the showers, though, have been just back to our north and west. They're slowly pushing towards the south and east. And the moisture belt really goes from parts of southern Canada, the UP, all the way down into Nebraska over towards Wyoming and Colorado. So there's a big band of moisture here, even all the way into parts of New Mexico. And this front will slowly meander its way farther to the south. And I do mean slowly. It's going to take some time for that to happen, but it likely impacts parts of your Badger game. Kickoff cloudy right around 70. Halftime, though, you'll start to see your sprinkles, some heavier rain likely popping in by the time you get towards the fifth quarter. So we do begin to turn wet as we get later towards the end of the game there. Planning your day, this is tomorrow at lunchtime in the Madison Metro. Temperatures into the upper 60s right around 70. This is 2:30 though. Uh-oh, the model showing some showers moving in right at kickoff time. We'll have to watch that, but truly the bulk of that moisture should hold off until after the game, and then that'll stick around with us into parts of your Sunday morning. Here's a little bit more of a widespread look, showing you this line of showers developing to the north and west and then pushing farther to the south and east through time. The model is a little fast with how quickly it wants to get things out of there. I will say that, but what will likely happen is we're going to see more of the moisture moisture, especially late Sunday into Monday, push back in from the east. As this moisture starts to push in from the east, that's going to lead to even some heavier rain potential moving into parts of early next week. It's going to take a moment, but it will begin to clear out for us. That being said, as you're planning out tonight, we do have partly cloudy skies. It'll increase, especially to the north and west. Your overnight lows fall down into the lower 60s. Here's your forecast tomorrow, though. 70s early, 60s for the rest of the day. You'll see those showers of thunderstorms moving into the picture. 60 on Sunday. This does mean that you will spend most of Sunday in the 50s. Let that just sit for a moment. You spend most of Sunday in the 50s. We begin to recover, though, next week. Upper 70s, slight chances for some showers Thursday through Saturday.
And welcome to week 4 of the high school football season and week 4 of the final drive. I'm Zach Hanley alongside Jordan Reed. Jordan, it's hard to believe it's already week 4 of the season.
I know, seriously, we're almost halfway through the regular season. That's just crazy to think about. But as always, let's get started with our game of the week, and we're going to head to the SWAL conference.
Yeah, showing the small schools some love tonight. Belleville is off to another fast start. The Wildcats are 3-0 and have outscored their opponents 108 to just 21. This week should be a bit tougher test with the Southwestern East Dubuque Co-op in town. The Wildcats just as impressive, putting up 38 points per game. Second quarter, SWED punting and DeMarcus Connor returning. The senior changes position quicker than a scared politician. He makes a big play when he needs to. Connor takes it 55 yards to the house. Belleville up 27-0 at that point. Now, they'd get the ball back, and we're on the move again. Aiden Keys finds Jake Fahey, who goes up and gets it. Take a look at his arm. The dude has a cast on. It doesn't matter. And that would lead to this. Keys rips one to Caden Desmet. All Belleville tonight, they win 41-8.
In the Big 8, there's only one undefeated team left, and that's Madison Memorial. The Spartans have been taking care of business on both sides of the ball. Entering the night, Memorial averages over 30 points a game, while only allowing an average of 12. While Memorial keeping their talents at home tonight as Madison East hunts its first win of the season. Spartans waste zero time, and I mean zero. 15 seconds into this game, Cameron Parker takes off for the end zone. There's no chance of catching him. Memorial with that very early lead. Well, they're quick to add to it. Minutes later, once they get the ball back, Charlie Erlinson connects with Brock Weller, and he's almost able to take it in, but hey, first and goal. Erlinson will cap off the drive with a short keeper. Memorial puts on a clinic tonight. They remain undefeated, 63-20 at the final. Now, staying in the Big 8, Verona quickly rebounded after falling in their season opener. The Wildcats have posted back-to-back wins, opening conference play last week with a statement 53-6 win over Madison East. Well, coming to town tonight is Middleton, who's fresh off their first win of the season. Now we're going to pick it up in the second half. Verona up 7-0. Middleton more than ready to tie this game up. Gabe Piscini drops back and finds Owen Cooney, a picture-perfect pass and catch. Cardinals tie it up. Well, defense clearly showing up tonight, and neither side making it easy on one another. Fourth quarter tied at 7. Verona trying to get that lead, but the Cards defense coming up big to prevent that go-ahead tutty. Wildcats settle for a couple of field goals, and they're going to win at home 13-7. Elsewhere in the Big 8, Parker versus Craig in a battle for Janesville. Parker wins this one 35-33, and there was no score reported yet for the Madison West and Madison La Follette game.
Waukesha kind of feels like a train that's just humming down the tracks right now. The reigning Division II champs have already knocked off DeForest, Middleton, and Sun Prairie East this season, and now have their sights set on Monona Grove. The Silver Eagles, they're coming off a dominating performance over Stoughton. Warriors, though, strike first in this one. Gabe Goralski bulls his way in to make it 6-0 Key. MG's going to answer right back. Brady Voss drops back and sends a strike to Eddie Rivera, and we are tied at 6. Still tied at 6 in the second. Waunakee driving. Garrett Lenzendorf with the short pass to David Emmerich. And Emmerich does the rest with a long run. Warriors go up 6, and they go on to win 19-6 is the final. Elsewhere in the Badger Conference, Sun Prairie East gets back to their winning ways with a 42-0 win over Beaver Dam. And how about this? Milton knocks off Sun Prairie West 31-14. Edgewood has picked up right where they left off from last season. The Crusaders have been stout on defense, while their offense has just lit up the scoreboard. They're averaging over 42 points per game this season. New Glarus Monticello standing in their way for a 4-0 start. And the Knights came to play tonight. First quarter, Ben Hansen throws it up, and Charlie Sarbacher says, "I'll take that." And the interception would lead to this. Very next play, Max Marty throws it to AC Stroke, who flips it to Ethan Frederick, who's going to take it all the way in for the score. Don't look now, Jordan. It's 7-0 NGM. Still 7-0 in the second quarter, and that's when Edgewood finally answers. Abe Thompson bounces it to the outside to tie the game up. Crusaders go on to win and stay perfect, 43-19, the final.
And the Capital Conference has been arguably the strongest in the Madison area this season. And two of the top programs faced off tonight, Beloit Turner and their conference-leading 10 passing touchdowns heading to Lodi, whose ground and pound offense has hummed to the tune of 800 yards in 3 games. While big contrast in styles, let's see how it plays out on the gridiron. Trojans with the ball. Sean Fogel reels in the snap and launches a beauty for Connor Hughes. Diving catch for the highlight reel. 7-0 Turner. Well, next drive for Beloit, Fogel, he does it again, but this time the dart's going to go to Tyler Sutherland. In stride, he breaks a few tackles, hits pay dirt. That 2-score lead for Beloit Turner. But here come the Blue Devils. 7-minute drive is going to be punctuated by the tough tutty for Kyler Clemens. Lodi comes back to stay undefeated. They win it 37-36. And Monroe versus Evansville. The Treesmakers with a blowout shutout win, 41-0. And Columbus at Lake Mills, they're going to win it 34-7.
And down in the SWC, Broadhead Judah hosting Platteville, and the Cardinals, they came to play tonight. Sean Huffman plunges it in from a yard out to make it 7-0 Broadhead Judah. And their offense was far from done. Later in the first, Isaac Saunders straight up the gut to make it a 2-score game. And like my mom always says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, the Cardinals feed Saunders again, and again he finds the end zone. Broadhead Judah goes on to win 41-0. Other scores from Week 4, Darlington beat Pecatana Argyle 72-0, and Blackhawk Warren bounced back in a big way from last week's loss. They take down Cuba City 48-14. And still to come, the Badgers brought their brooms to Lexington. Now Wisconsin swept their way past Kentucky. More sports after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hy-Vee hot deals are super hot this Friday through Sunday. Our special recipe brats, 8 for only $12. Plus, get a 16-cent fuel saver. And Doritos or Ruffles, only $1.88 each when you buy 2. Check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
First, we found out that Radical Tim Michael supports Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban.
But you wouldn't support exceptions for rape or incest?
That's correct. Now we found out his foundation funds a group working to outlaw birth control and ban abortion, even to save the life of the mother. And his family foundation funds a group that uses cell phone data to track women if they go to abortion centers. Vote no on Radical Tim Michaels.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie! That's right, it's me, Charlie. Wish specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers fast speeds for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here, yeah, and here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a contract. Granted. Oh, he's good.
Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
The Socialist Squad led the charge to defund the police and eliminate bail for dangerous felons. Now violent crime is surging in Wisconsin.
More people have been killed in Milwaukee this year than in any previous year.
Mandela Barnes attacked the Kenosha police and incited more violence.
The officer's deadly actions attempted to take a person's life in broad daylight. This felt like some sort of vendetta.
Mandela Barnes, dangerously liberal on crime.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Need to update your furniture? Menards is your one-stop shop with all of the latest furniture styles at the lowest prices. Plus, a great selection in stock ready to take home today. So go ahead, relax in a recliner, get cozy in a love seat, or simply unwind with a comfy sofa. Need more seats? We've got sectionals too. Get 11% off on your new furniture set now at Menards. Hurry in. These deals won't last long.
Hy-Vee hot deals are super hot this Friday through Sunday. General Mills family size cereal only $1.99. That's Smart cottage cheese only 99 cents. And Hy-Vee one-step potatoes only 99 cents. Check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Wisconsin volleyball is back on the road this weekend, and their tough non-conference schedule continues with a matchup against 14th-ranked Kentucky. So it's the 2021 national champ versus the 2020 national champ. Remember, last year the Badgers beat the Wildcats in 4 sets at the Fieldhouse. Well, tonight it was a little easier than that. Already up a set, and they set up Sarah Franklin, who hammers it home to give Bucky a 2-set lead. Franklin finished with 9 kills. Then in the third, Wisconsin just puts Kentucky away. Yulia Orzel welcomes the Wildcats to her block party. And then the Badgers would go to their closer, Devin Robinson. Team high, 13 kills, 6 blocks. And wait for it, the sweep sealer. Badgers win in straight sets, 3-0. The Wisconsin Athletic Hall of Fame class of 2022 was officially inducted into UW's Hall of Fame Park this afternoon. Now, the 11-member class started the weekend celebration posing for pictures with their families while watching the unveiling of their plaques. And for this class, headlined by Travis Beckham and Hillary Knight and Jordan Taylor, having their names forever up on the board, well, that's something hard to put into words.
I can't say it's necessarily a dream come true because I don't think you necessarily sign up to be inducted into a Hall of Fame. You just want all the trophies, but to have an extra one and be celebrated alongside other greats is I would say, a dream come true in that respect.
Just the fact that I'm representing the university for the rest of my life, and I know that was one of the things that I wanted to essentially end my football career with, just to see it up there with alongside of these other guys is huge, and I'm very fortunate to have my name up on that board.
The Packers kick off their season against their division rival, the Vikings, on Sunday, and they won't be at full strength. Alan Lazard is doubtful, while both David Bakhtiari and Elton Jenkins are questionable. Good news, though, Robert Tonyan is expected to play, and as far as the rivalry goes, well, Green Bay has won 4 of the last 6 meetings, and the guys say they feel right at home at U.S. Bank Stadium.
It's always fun playing in Minnesota. It's always fun playing any, division game, so we're just excited. We just got to control those emotions, first game. Everybody's, emotions are going to be through the roof.
You got the loud horn, the skull claps, and so it gets you going, you feel the energy, but you also see some green and gold in there as well, so, and they're cheering, so I know, I like playing there.
We're back after this.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Brenna today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords Furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Energy is everywhere, even in a little seedling, which, when turned into fuel, can help power a plane. At Chevron's El Segundo refinery, we're looking to turn plant-based oil into renewable gasoline, jet, and diesel fuels. Our planet offers countless sources of energy, but it's only human to find the ones that could power a better future.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our community safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Look, it's a Dupaco. We're not a bird or a plane. We are a mighty credit union, born of thrift and laser focused on the interests of our members. Harnessing the combined power of more than 144,000 members and businesses, we work to put money back where it belongs, into your community and into your pocket, working tirelessly to help you pursue your dreams. Isn't that super? Join the movement at dupaco.com/super. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
With Dad's arthritis, he needs extra help around the house, so I called a Grace. Yes, a Grace. With their agent home service, he can stay at home.
That's where I want to spend these months. With hospice care from a Grace, I can stay home with my dog and my grandkids and their laughter.
I had no idea laughter could be a part of my life again after Joe died, but through a Grace, I found hope and healing.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Brenna today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Get ready for the rain.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty wet as we start to move into the weekend. Rain chances will increase throughout the day on Saturday, likely during the Badger game. Heavy rain on Sunday.
All right, thank you. And thank you for joining us tonight. Do something good and have a great weekend.